Hello, Puckalonians. This is Professor Snag, and I want to just say thank you very much for listening to Game Corner on Puckle Plus. I apologize for the delay of this episode. Life got very busy lately, and I found it was hard to find time to edit, but we have a really fun show for you to listen to. Make sure you listen to the very, very end, because there was a particular part of the show that had to go into the bloopers, but it is an additional part of a game, so please make sure you listen to that. But I also want to talk to you and just remind you, please, if you have the opportunity, rate us, review us, share us on whatever pod hosting site you're using to listen to us with. It really helps get the word out, especially since this is a new channel. All the support really helps. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm doing it right now. You can't see this, but I'm doing it. I'm rating the show right now myself. I'm giving it 5 stars. You rate it however you like. You rate it whatever you think is the best way to rate it. But 5-star ratings and reviews are always beneficial, so please make sure you give us that support. And without any further ado, let's get on to the show.
And now, filmed in front of a live studio audience from the P.U.C.L Studios in Burbank City, it's Puckle Game Corner. And now, your host, Professor Snag.
Hello and welcome to Puckle Game Corner. I'm your host, Professor Snag, and we have a wonderful day of trivia for you folks. I'm really excited today. We have quite the cast of characters on today. So let's go ahead and start by introducing our first contestant. He is a common joiner in our Puckle Discord. That's a really bad wording, but he's always in our Puckle Discord. He has just completed his Lola Dex, and he is starting to do some shiny hunting. We have Bigby. How you doing, Bigby?
Doing well, Snag. Happy to be here.
Awesome. Really glad to have you on. I'm always glad to have a fresh voice, and glad to have just someone who I've had lots of conversations with. We've had most of those conversations over the PDL, the Draft League.
That's it. Like I said, happy to be here. This is the first time I've actually ever been on a podcast, so pretty excited to be the lead joiner here.
Awesome. Thank you, the lead joiner. Fantastic. Yes, awesome. So, good. Thank you for joining us. His opponent today, the second joiner of the podcast, we have Seth Vilo, who's been on this show before, and who's also been on the TCG cast last week, and Battlecast the week before.
I just got this itch. I just got this addiction. I gotta feed it.
I feel like your ability is infiltrator. Yeah.
I'll say it's almost criminal to have you on as a contestant, because you're almost into that host realm already right now. So, but glad to have you on, and I can't go without mentioning that again. Seth Vilo also did the Draft League, and all three of us come from the best division, the Rhyhorn Steakhouse division. So,
yeah,
represent.
Or maybe not the best, but maybe just the bloodiest. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It was pretty brutal.
Maybe it's just a little tough.
No, it was a lot of fun. Like, how that division shaped up and shook out was really, really entertaining for that. So, awesome. Joining these two gentlemen today, we have two folks who've been on the show pretty regularly. Joining Bigby today, we have Linian. Hello, Linian.
Hi.
Now
I'm here to hopefully not break my streak.
I'll do my best.
Have you? Because you've been here as a host once before. Because if you folks don't remember, Linian was the winner of our first Tournament of Champions. And then he's come back to help out and host one time before. And actually, if you are a subscriber to the Patreon, you're also listening to host and GM the PTU game.
Yeah, that's been a whole lot of fun and not a whole massive paperwork thing, because I made way too many characters that I love too much to get rid of. Yeah, no, it's been great.
Yeah, I say also with that, with the PTU, Seth does it with Linian, as well as our other co-host. We have Sublime Manic.
That is correct.
Yes, so
it feels correct. Correct.
Well, Sublime, we're also glad to have you on here today. I've been working on listening to the show, but it's kind of hard, just the format that's in right now. But I'm looking forward to listening to it more. I don't know. What do you got? What do you got to say for us today, Sublime?
What I have to say for you today is Eat your veggies. It's important.
True.
We don't do that enough.
Definitely.
As a people.
Yes, I think that is definitely true. So, anyway, with that, let's go ahead and get into our first game.
And now, we're contractually obligated to play Cliff Hikers.
Alright, Puckalonians, as you just heard, we are going to be playing Cliff Hiker. Let me give you a reminder of the rules. Each member of each team will be given a Pokemon, or a move, or an evolution that they need to guess at what level that happens. For each number that they are off, their Hiker-type Pokemon for their team takes a step up the mountain. For each step that Pokemon takes, they will lose 100 points from the 5,000 point total. Each team will also be given a Pokedex question, a Dex number question that they will work on together. If their Pokemon takes 50 steps, it loses all of the team points. If it takes more than 50 steps, it will either fall off the mountain, or if you prefer, it'll grab a hang glider and glide safely down to a safe spot. So, with that, let's go ahead. We didn't have a chance to introduce our team names, so let's go ahead and start with Linian and Big B. What team name have you guys settled on?
Big B, I think I mentioned it last night. Would you care to read out our team name?
Yeah, we came up with a couple different names. People know my affinity for hip-hop. I came up with a couple myself. The Metang Clan was my personal favorite, but I think we wanted to go with Team Thunderwave for this one. Has a nice ring to it.
Team Thunderwave, nice.
No reason, Seth.
All right, Team Thunderwave, and then also let's get this right now as well. Have you guys decided what your hiker Pokemon is that's going to be going up the mountain for you?
I think we said Graveler.
You know what? Let's do Magmar. That was
okay.
fave,
Yeah,
man.
best hiker.
There you go.
Okay, so your Magmar will be going down the path for you. Okay, and your opponent, Seth and Sublime. What team name did you gentlemen come up with?
Team Sparkle Noodle.
Team Sparkle
The in-jokes have
Noodle.
reached critical mass.
Team Sparkle Noodle.
All right, Team Sparkle.
I feel like
Noodle
I'm missing
is.
something.
It's all right. Listen to the PTU cast in a couple of weeks.
All right. With that, and what you guys haven't had a chance to really discuss this. What is your hiker Pokemon going to be?
Okay, Seth. I've got this. I've got it.
Okay.
You're gonna love it.
I'm excited.
Alolan Executor.
I love it.
Yes.
You know what they say, the bigger they are.
The bigger the hang glider.
Does Executor need a hang glider, or does it just kind of like bend its head down and just
touch the ground?
Or is it like one of those like helicopter leaves that just start spinning?
Oh yeah. It just.
I like that.
itself.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. That's what it does. It learns.
Canon.
It uses fly.
That's
Fly
canon.
baby.
just like Whimsicott and Meganium. They use fly.
Yeah.
All right, so with that, let's go ahead and get started. So the first part of this is just for each individual person. So Big B, going back and referencing the draft league, I do recall that you had a Reuniclus on your team for a while. Probably, did you have it for the whole season?
No, I picked it up mid-season, and I think I actually used it for season 1 too. But it's been a while since I've had to breed that darn little thing. So we'll see how this goes.
Well, so the question isn't about any moves, though, but the question is, it evolves from Duosion. What level will it first evolve from Duosion?
All right, I'm gonna go with 36.
36?
I feel pretty confident. I feel strong. It feels good.
All right, good. So it feels good, and your Magmar, I guess, feels pretty good about it. He gives you a little bit of high five, scorches your hand a little bit, and he starts going down the path just a little bit. He takes 5 steps. It actually evolves at level 41.
Okay, I knew it was up there.
Fun fact is that you almost like split right in between, because if I remember correctly, Solosis evolves into Duosion at like level 32, so like you're like right between the two.
Yeah, it was a while ago that I actually bred those guys. It was a pain, but I remember it being kind of up there in the 30s.
All right. Now, let's send it over on to Seth. Seth, in your draft league team, and I do remember going up against this when we battled, you had a Bronzor.
Oh boy.
So, at what level will Bronzor evolve into Bronzong?
If my memory serves right, I loved Bronzong in like Gen 4, so I don't remember exactly. I feel like it's in the 30s though, and I don't think it's high 30s because it's only Gen 4 and before they started all the evolve at level 68 nonsense. And so I'm going to go with 32.
32, all right. So your Alolan Executor is towering above you, and you say 32, and it starts its way down the path. It takes a step, and then it stops. It actually evolves at level 33.
Oh,
Yay!
close.
So it takes one. Yeah, very close. Not bad. Not bad. All right, now let's send it over to the host. Now for the host, I think these are rather challenging ones to throw at you, so let's see how you do with this. Linian, I know that one of your favorite Pokemon is Elgium. And is it just Elgium, or do you like Behem as well?
I really like the whole line. Elgium's the only one I've bothered to shiny chain. I'm not even shiny hunt it. I ran into one full odds trying to start a chain, but yeah, it's the only one I have shiny.
So that must have been pretty easy. Okay, let's start this arduous task of trying to chain this. Oh, hey, there's what I need. Perfect.
Exactly.
So my question, though, for you is, at what level will LGM learn Synchronoise?
The worst move in the game.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Snag, I'm so honored. So here's the weird thing. I know it's above 50. And that's because I know that I had mine at level 50 because I was trying to get it up where I could do some online things, and it never learned that. So I know it's at least level 51. Pokemon tend to stop learning levels like Gen 5, so it really throws all that out the window. I know it evolves at level 42 because life, the universe, and everything on an alien Pokemon, which is just like the best thing ever. I thought that's what you were going to ask, and I was going to have a whole towel joke, but I'm just going to throw it in and guess 51.
So your Magmar hears that, and he takes a step, takes another step, and then he stops. Or she, I suppose.
Nice!
It actually learns it at level 53. Level 53.
Sweet.
Nicely done.
Good job, man. Team Thunderwave.
All right. As is well known in the Puckle canon, Snivy is one of Sublime's favorite Pokemon.
Fact.
Now, I'm not sure, is it just Snivy? Like, I think you'll enjoy the whole line. How do you feel about Servine?
Servine's fine.
Okay.
Fine.
All right. So, my question for you is, at what level would Servine learn Mega Drain?
Early, because that's a Mega, not a Giga.
Sorry, I misspoke. It is a Giga Drain. I'm sorry. Thank you for catching that. Giga Drain.
Oh, now that's hard. Why'd you gotta make it harder? I feel like there's a lot of snags to navigate through this question because you're asking me what level Servine learns this pretty good move at, and I'm like, is this a move it would learn after it would hypothetically evolve? So then I have to consider all of that. And I don't think it would make sense to do that. So I'm going to assume that if this is a move it might learn before it evolves into Superior. I'm going to say level 28.
All right, your team's Alolan Executor needs a little bit of a workout, so he's going to start going down the path.
I don't like hearing that.
He's going to take a little bit of a jog. Just a little bit. Though.
No.
Which,
no,
I mean,
no.
just the thought of an Alolan Executor jogging, I think that's really amusing. But it goes 12 more steps down the path, because it actually does learn where it should evolve. It learns it at level 40.
See, that's what I was like. What would it be after it would evolve or not? That was like,
Yeah. So, after these kind of like preliminary rounds, Team Thunderwave's Magmar is 7 steps down the path, and Team Sparkle Noodle's Alolan Executor is 13 steps down the path, but really it comes down to, this next one can make it or break it. So we're going to send it back over to Team Thunderwave. This is one you guys can work on together.
Okay.
I want to know, what is the national Pokedex number for Barbaracle?
Linian? Any insight?
Here's the thing. I'm not sure when you pick up Rock Smash. I know this is a Rock Smash Pokemon first available on Route 5. It's the one that connects the Fossil City to the one below the stone archways. But I think the first thing is we know kind of what it's between.
Mm-hmm.
Because Gen 6 starts 650, right? 650? What's Volcanion? 650. I think we're 650. And goes to 721.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a really short range, so I guess we're not too screwed.
And so, so this is how terrible at Pokemon trivia I am. So he's a Gen 6 Pokemon, correct? Because I remember meeting that little dude in Y along the beach there.
Yeah, that's the route that you encounter him on.
That's like that's pretty far along, and I don't know.
I mean, that's before the second gym. It just feels like forever.
Well, I remember there being a huge gap in between gyms in that game. Like you do the first one, you do the bug chick, the photographer, and then you literally have to go across Kalos all the way to the coast, right? But you're already kind of almost, in your high 20s at that point.
So, okay, well, the first thing we can do is shave off, anything above 700. Because of all of the legendaries, what are they called? Like your pseudo-legendaries.
Yeah.
And we can immediately knock 10 off the beginning for your Fletchinder starter lines, even more, probably more like 15.
Do you know of any water types that are like the actual Pokedex number, just the range? Because they usually tend to group them together, right? Or do you think it'd be rock?
But the thing is, it's not encountered via Surf. Because what happens is they get grouped together because you'll unlock Surf access at the same time.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
So I would think it would have to be somewhere between 680 and 690. I'm kind of leaning towards the higher end because, like you were saying, I guess a lot of the new Pokemon were kind of front loaded.
Yeah, let's go. I don't know, 687. Why not?
Sure, 687. I like your logic.
Okay, so you guys have settled on 687.
Lock it in, baby. Protect the throne.
Alright, it's been locked in, and your Magmar just goes 2 more steps down the path. It is actually at 689.
Oh, wait.
Nicely done, guys. That is very, very good. To be 2 off on a national dex question is very, very good. So, so altogether, your Magmar took a total of 9 steps down the path. But let's see what the other team can do to respond. So, Team Sparkle Noodle. Now, I do recall, Seth Philo, you said that you, Gen 3 is one of your favorite gens. Is that correct?
Gen 3 is my favorite.
All right, cool. So,
they got a really small generation, and we're getting, the second big.
Let's see how you do. I have faith. It'd be third biggest at best. But anyway.
It's twice the size.
Anyways, the question for you, though, is I want to know, what is the national Pokedex number for Glalie?
Oh, goodness gracious. So, if I'm correct, Sublime, correct me on this if I'm wrong. Gen 3 is 251 to 386. Is that correct?
I thought it was 397. Maybe it's 387. No, you're right. Yeah, that's right, because Turtwig is 387. So, yeah, 386.
Okay. So 251 to 386, that gives us a range of about 134. So Glalie appears in the area above Moss Deep City, those caves. That's pretty much it, which is right at the 7th gym. We can shave off probably the last 20, counting Pseudos, the Regis, the Latias twins. So the range can be from something to 360.
Okay.
I'm thinking.
So 340, 330.
I know for a fact that Sableye is 302.
Okay, but Sableye comes super early.
Exactly. So I'm trying to think how many evolutions there are between Sableyes and Walrein kind of stuff, which is pretty far on.
That's a lot.
So
A
I'm
lot.
thinking it's going to be probably around 353 ish, like in the range of 345 to 360. I don't think
Okay,
it's going to be at 360, but like 345 to 355 in that range somewhere.
How about 351?
I'm game for that. I think that's a fairly safe bet.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let's go with 351. Like the 151 with another 200 on it.
Exactly.
All right, so 351, again, very well deduced. I think you put a lot of things together really well there. And given the range of Pokemon, I think that you did a really, really good job.
Yeah, we were playing on hard mode.
It's actually at 362, so just beyond that range that you were originally talking about. So your Lowland Executor takes another 11 steps down the path.
Yeah.
Ending at
It goes
20...
boldly where no Executor has gone.
Right?
Probably taller than the mountain.
You don't even care. You don't even
Stomps
care.
boldly.
Yes.
All right, so meaning it took a total of 24 steps. So at the end of the first round, team...
Wait. What? Oh,
It was
total.
already
Total
it was
24.
already
Got it.
12.
I'm like, I thought it only took like 12 steps there.
Yep, no, it was 13 before, another 11 now.
Got it. Yeah,
That's still really good. That's still a really good score.
No, it is very good, yeah. So after the first round, Team Thunderwave has a total of 4,100 points, and Team Sparkle Noodle has 2,600 points. It actually isn't that big of a difference, especially some of the games we have coming up. So Team Thunderwave, for winning this round of Game Corner, you have both earned a $100 gift card to Rhyhorn Steakhouse. If it moves, we'll serve it.
Represent, baby. Rhyhorn Steakhouse.
That's right. All right, awesome. So with that, folks...
You don't have to include that.
Okay, folks, with that, we will join you after the commercial break for our next game.
Have you had a hankering for some spicy Dunsparce wings at the low price of $9.35? Or maybe you're getting the vapors for some juicy Toro's tenderloin at a steal of $27.96. Whatever the case, head on over to the Rhyhorn Steakhouse, where, if it moves, we'll serve it.
It's time to play Dex Tac-Toe!
Welcome back from the commercial break, folks. We are now playing Dex Tac-Toe. Here's the way the game works. The teams are playing on a 3x3 grid. Behind each square, there is a Pokemon. One team will select a square, and in order to make their mark on their square, they need to identify the Pokemon based on its Pokedex entry. Now, if the team gets it wrong, the other team has the opportunity to score those points. They can either guess immediately to score the full 500 points, or they can ask for another Pokedex entry, reducing it to 400 points. Or if they choose, they can even choose a different square. They can move somewhere else. The points, when the points are reduced, the least they can be worth is 100 points. And like in regular tic-tac-toe, if a team gets 3 in a row, they earn a bonus 500 points and the win for the game. Do we have any questions on how the game works?
Nope.
Good to go.
No.
All right, with that, let's go ahead and we'll let the team that is behind start. Team Sparkle Noodle, go ahead. Seth, where would you like to select your first Dex entry from?
Sublime, I'm thinking bottom left, just because of hashtag tic-tac-toe meta.
Okay, let's do hashtag tic-tac-toe meta. Hashtag sparkle noodles.
Hashtag
Alright.
eat that ramen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go with this one from Pokemon Y. Even a robust wrestler will become dizzy and unable to stand when exposed to its 200,000 Hz ultrasonic waves.
What?
200,000 ultrasonic hertz? Hertz? 200,000 hertz ultrasonic waves.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like this is from Y.
Noivern?
I feel like it's one of the Noivern lines. Probably Noivern itself. Noibat.
Yeah, because Noibat ain't giving you 200,000 hertz, right?
Yeah.
I would think.
It could also be. I don't think it's the Xcloud line.
Xcloud. I didn't think it was Xcloud either, but that's
more
alternative.
they talk more about like explosions with Explode, and Noivern is more like supersonic.
Ultrasonic-y.
Yeah.
Yeah, sonic.
I think Noivern's a good guess.
I think it is as well.
Let's go with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Noivern is incorrect.
Wow.
Going over to Team Thunderwave. Team Thunderwave. Do you want this one, or do you want to go to a different one? Or
I want this space. I want a different question.
okay,
You mean he wants another
Like a
Dex
Dex.
entry?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Blah,
I'm
words.
cool with that.
Questions.
I thought it was Noivern too. So
Yeah, that's why I'm sitting here going, I don't think it would be Noibat, but it might be. I think another Dex entry would help.
This one here is from, we'll go with Ultra Moon. It flies around in search of fruit to eat. It uses ultrasonic waves to detect the fruits that are ripe.
That is Noibat. I know because the
Yeah.
only games that has been available in are P.U.C.L and X and Y. So,
and fruit bats. Fruit bats.
yep.
All
We're
right,
gonna go
so
Noibat.
Big
Lock it
V, you're locking it in?
Yep.
All right, for 400 points, it is indeed Noibat.
Man, that was rough, man. You really got him. You really thunderwaved him, Snag.
All right.
Fully paralyzed. They're too slow.
I rolled less than a 10.
All right, but it does go back to Team Sparkle Noodle. Team Thunderwave, you have secured the bottom left corner here. Team Sparkle Noodle, how are you going to respond?
Top
Where do you wanna-
right.
Top right? Sounds good to me. Let's
Top right.
YOLO.
Top right, so you're going diagonally across the board then?
Yep.
And so let's go ahead and take this one let's do Pokemon Y. The spirits burned up in its ominous flame lose their way and wander this world forever.
I know I have an idea. What do you think, Sublime?
I'm thinking an ominous flame.
It's definitely the Lampent Lime.
Yeah, the Lampet line. But it's an ominous flame. Ooh, I love that. That's such an omen.
Yeah.
It's ominous.
I'm pretty sure it's Chandelure because that one. I'm real scared to say a final evolution again, but
Chandelure is a final evolution.
yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. But Litwick it talks about how it just kind of like drains a little bit. Lampent talks about how it sits next to hospitals and eats dead people.
Are you sure about that's what it says for their Dex entries? Because I'm pretty sure it says that Litwick feeds off life energy of people, so its flame gets bigger. And I feel like Litwick would lure people away. Could you repeat the Dex entry again, Snag?
From Pokemon Y, the spirits burned up in its ominous flame lose their way and wander this world
Okay, so
forever.
here's what I'm thinking. I don't think it's Chandelure because Chandelure has more than one flame. You know what I'm saying? Like, just physiologically, doesn't Chandelure have like a couple of flames?
Technically it has 5 because 2 on each arm and then the main flame in the center.
Or is it just counting them all?
I don't think that Litwick would have the power to doom your soul to wander forever.
I absolutely do because it's a ghost type.
Yeah,
ghost
that's
types
true.
all do that.
That's true. I don't trust myself anymore.
I don't either. I feel like we have a 33% chance across the whole line.
I don't think it's Lampent. Because I remember specifically entries saying that it does hang around near hospitals to catch people's souls as they depart their physical body. It's like a dream catcher, but awful.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting, but that's brutal.
I have a particular fondness for Chandelure lately.
So I would say Litwick or Chandelure, whatever you think is best.
I think we should go with Litwick.
Okay.
And I don't think it couldn't be Lampent, but let's go with Litwick.
All right, so Seth, what are you locking in?
I'll follow Sublime's lead. And go with
it's gonna
Litwick.
be all my fault. Oh my god! Sure. Let's go with Litwick. I don't know. Yeah.
It is unfortunately not Litwick. Going back to Team Thunderwave.
So I'm pretty sure it's
would you like to?
Yeah,
No, I want another one.
I do too because before you even said, I was thinking the same thing as Sublime with the multiple flames bit, but I think we should go with another one.
Pokemon Dex entries are so inconsistent in what they count that I don't trust tautological reasoning. But either way, I do want an extra one.
Yeah.
Let's go with this one here. This is from Omega Ruby. Being consumed in this Pokemon's flame burns up the spirit, leaving the body behind.
Yes, that's the same entry.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, but it really is. What game was that
Equally
from
as
again?
spooky.
That's from Omega Ruby.
Could you even...
I mean, I would have said Litwick on the first one too, based off these, but
No,
I don't
because
know.
Litwick's whole shtick is guiding people to their doom. It's a
Which is
play
what
off
that
like
entry sounded
the...
like.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to just roll with Chandelure? Because I mean, I can't. I mean, unless it's like Duskull, because he has that little eye in the middle of his head that kind of
Yeah, but
glows.
that's super fiery. Yeah,
I know.
Chandelure. I think we're Chandeluring it.
I agree.
All right, Big B, what are you locking in?
Yeah, let's go with Chandelure.
And for 400 points, Chandelure is correct. Yes.
Seth, I'm sorry. I'm just like screwing up the game. Every time.
That's
Hey,
fine.
like I said, I would have gone Litwick too. So
To Seth's credit, he pretty much nailed Lampant's Dex entry. Let's see here. From White, it says it arrives near the moment of death and steals spirit from the body. It's the spirits. It absorbs fuel. It's what? The spirits. It absorbs fuel. It's baleful fire. It hangs around hospitals waiting for people to pass.
I know me, my ghosty boys.
All right, so Team Thunderwave, you have secured that corner as well. So Team Sparkle Noodle is back on to you guys.
We don't have much choice where to go, do we, Sublime?
Well, I feel like what's going to happen is we're not going to get it in 1, and they're going to get it in 2, and then we can move on to the final game. Yeah.
So do you where would you like to go? Otherwise, you could also play this meta and go somewhere else and hope that they get that center one wrong. I'm just throwing options out there for you.
Yeah.
I feel like YOLO. I mean, let's try and block them before they can come up with something silly, and at least that lines us up for both another block and other things. Let's go for it, I think.
If that's what you wanted, I'm going to let you choose.
You're going to let me choose? I have such a good track record with my choices. YOLO. Middle square.
Middle square. Okay. Let's go with Ultra Sun. The latest research has determined that there are over 20 possible arrangements of the patterns on its stomach.
20
Only 20.
20 possible arrangements.
Over 20.
Sun. Have any thoughts, Sublime?
Spinda has many, many more combinations than 20.
And that's on its whole body.
Yeah.
I feel like... what else? What else has it on its belly? I was thinking one of the polys. I was thinking one of the polys, but I don't know. Like making a fingerprint joke in the Dex entry. I feel like that's what they were doing. Did those appear in Ultra Sun?
I don't think so. Yes, they did. They did. They were in Sun Moon, in fact, because you can use Polytoad in the VGC year where it was just Sun and Moon Dex.
Right.
So they had to have. So yes, they are in there, but I don't know that they would have 20 arrangements.
And I don't know which one of the 3 it would be. I can't think of anything else that has different patterns on its belly, though. There's Arbok that has it all over its hood, but nothing that has belly.
I wouldn't even call that as its belly.
Yeah, exactly.
Either, yeah.
I think it's one of the polys, and I don't know which one.
Just to be clear, folks, I want to make sure if it makes a difference, it says stomach, not belly.
Could you read it again?
Yes, from Ultra Sun, the latest research has determined that there are over 20 possible arrangements of the patterns on its stomach.
Patterns. See, so Poliwag has a pattern, not patterns. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But as Linian has illustrated, tautology doesn't mean anything about Dex entries.
What has stomach on its stomach? It's not Snorlax. That has a stomach, but nothing to do
Do you
with
think it
pattern.
could be? This is a weird. No, that's not. Is that even in there? Is Licky Licky? It has the lines on its stomach.
Yeah, just lines though, nothing else.
Hmm.
Is there anything else like
What
send
a strange
messages?
entry. What a
Is there
strange.
Is there some weird psychic type that's magic that does stomach magic? Ugh.
Huh. Yeah, let's just go with something from the Poliwag line.
And just hope we don't hand it to the evil ones.
I don't think this one would hand it to them because that is very obscure. Unlike the other ones that clearly you can tell what line it is in the first place, and then we just shot off the wrong answer for them. I think that one seems more difficult, unless the next entry just makes it obvious anyway.
Do you want to, if you want to do the polys, which one? I don't think it's Wrath because that talks about strength.
Let's say Poliwhirl.
Yeah, I don't think it's Wag because that talks about walking. I'm comfortable with Poliwhirl.
And why is there not a Pokemon called Polyswag? That's just disappointing.
Right?
Right?
That's reserved for nicknaming.
Yeah, true. Just like every Kingdra is a Queendra. Let's go with Polyswirl. Poliwhirl. Which I want to be Polyswag, but it's not. But you know.
Alright, Poliwhirl is incorrect.
I could believe it.
Going over to Team Thunderwave.
Do you want to just 360 no-scope it? Because I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
Well, so, Bigby, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, if you feel comfortable, then let's go with it. I had something different in mind, but I kind of like your idea better. So,
well, Bigby, go ahead. What was your
idea? Yeah, let's hear it out.
I was thinking Azumarill, kind of thinking the same like belly drum
really, like the bubbles
thing with the little circles all over its stomach. But but I kind of like Arbok. I'm kind of feeling that one just because. Go ahead, Lillian.
Well, I just remember, of all things, PTU is helping me out. It has an ability where the different marks on its belly give it different effective abilities. And I just have a feeling that was based off Dex entries.
I like it. I've shot from the hip these last couple turns, so let's just roll with it, man.
Yeah, let's dab on the haters. It's Arbok.
All right, Bigby, you're going with Arbok?
Arbok it is.
For 500 points and the win, it is Arbok.
What am I doing with my life? I've said it every time.
Do we even need to play Password? I feel like we could just stop here. We're done. We're good.
I mean,
Thank you.
This type of stuff was supposed to happen in Password, not in this game. Wow.
And Seth, I need to tell you something. I'm looking at the board, and there's a little fact that you might not be aware of. They're in a line.
I know.
They're in a line.
Yeah, we are all aware of that.
We are very
wow. Yeah.
Ranjan is aware.
Everyone knows that.
They are in a line. They are in a line.
And apparently, a hood is now a stomach.
Yep.
Apparently.
Or
yeah,
a
that's
belly,
a weird one.
Or here's another one. This was another one I was going to give.
It's a giant snake. That's its Pokemon Red entry.
No, there was one that actually calls it a chest instead of like a belly or a stomach.
That makes more sense, but.
Thank you, random PTU abilities. Serpent Spark, you're okay.
Freaking.
Okay, yeah, from Y, to intimidate foes, it spreads its chest wide and makes eerie sounds by expelling air from its mouth.
Oh yeah, I would have gotten that in a second.
You would have? Okay.
I know snakes, and I know that one.
And then here's another one that I was going to give that was kind of vague, from Soul Silver. With a very vengeful nature, it won't give up the chase no matter how far once it targets its prey.
Ooh, that was a hard one. I would not have gotten that one. I
would
have
have
thought something like something dark or like a Primeape. I would have thought Primeape.
My first thought would have been Sneasel.
So, with that, nicely done. I think this is the first time we've ever had a sweep on Dex Tac-Toe. I mean, good job, baby. Seth, on that.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You couldn't have done it without us. I feel like the real winner anyway.
Just wow, yeah. Good news, because it ended so quickly, Team Thunderwave only earned 1,800 points. So let's get the total here. Also, while I'm totaling up this the math here, Team Thunderwave, for winning this round, you have also earned a 1-year supply of Toxapepsi.
Oh!
Hope you choke
the taste
on it.
is merciless.
I can feel my dentist excited from here.
Merciless.
All right, so going into our last round, Team Thunderwave has 5,900 points, and Team Sparkle Noodle has 2,600 points, but we have Pokemon Password, which is the most swingy game of the batch that I have, so it's still up in the air. Come back after these last commercial break to find out who wins. Hey Puckalonians, thanks for listening to Game Corner on Puckle Plus. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss an episode of Game Corner, the TCG Cast, or any of the other great shows you find here. Come hang out with us on our Discord server where you can chat with hosts and other members of our community. Make sure you like and follow us on all of our social media outlets like Facebook and Twitter to keep up to date with all the Puckle news. Check us out on Twitch, where each week Jushiro plays the TCG online and Thatch does viewer battles. And finally, if you want to support us financially, there are a few ways you can do that. Either by joining our Patreon as a monthly donor, where you can get some exclusive Puckle items, or by buying a shirt from our TeePublic store. Either way, you get some pretty cool swag for doing so. Catch you on the flip-flop!
And now it's time to play Pokemon Password.
Welcome back from our last commercial break, Puckalonians, and we are ready to play Pokemon Password. Here's a reminder of the rules. There's a secret password that only one member of each team knows. Starting with the first team, the player who knows the password will give a one-word hint for their partner to try and guess. If the player is unsuccessful in their guess, the other team has a chance to give another one-word clue to try to guess. This continues until the password is given. You cannot give clues that rhyme or contains parts of the word. The sooner the password is given, the more points that can be earned, up to 1,500 points per password. Do we have any questions right now, gentlemen?
Nope.
No.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to start with the hosts delivering hints to our contestants. And Linian, why don't you go ahead and begin?
Flea.
Joltik.
No. To Sublime.
Porcelain.
Porcelain. Smokeball.
No. Back to Linian.
Dang it.
Clefairy.
Man, I'm having trouble here. Flea. Porcelain. Clefairy. I feel like Johnny Carson. Can I pass? Sorry, Linian.
No.
I mean, yeah, you can't.
You can guess literally anything, right?
Anything.
All right, let's do unaware.
No. Back to Sublime.
All right, Seth, I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you, Seth.
I think I've got it, but go ahead
All
and
right.
get a clue.
Banette.
Yeah, I think it's Pokédoll.
It is Pokédoll, yes. Nicely done. Earning you 1,200 points.
I got tripped up on porcelain because I thought you crack it and you throw the smoke ball down.
Yeah, that was a trick clue. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
I also like how Big B interpreted flea as in like the
like the
animal.
bug.
It was a 50-50 shot. I was like, is it the insect or like runaway? And then porcelain, I'm just like, okay, definitely not that.
That was a good guess for thinking bug though. That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
All right, so going to the contestants now. Seth, why don't you go ahead and give the first hint for clue number 2?
Okay. Hoenn. Yeah.
Dexnav.
No, Bigby.
Okay, I'll just go with this. Rec Specs.
What?
What?
Rec Specs. No. I wish I could explain, but I can't.
So Hoenn. Go-Go goggles?
Yeah, that's right. Go
My
goggles.
God. You got it.
Okay,
Curses.
what are Rex specs?
Rec Specs. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It's the it's those gigantic like plastic specs that people wear when they play basketball and they shoot hoops.
I understand where you're going with Big B, but you've tried. You got to know the demographic you're working with here.
I know. Well, see, I don't know.
So
Apparently he did. It worked.
Yeah, there you go.
Specs. Okay, so they're goggles only in Hoenn.
He was a big fan. He was a big Cavaliers fan. I've had chats with him, so I know they're out there in puck.
All right, awesome. But it's not Linian. All right, so going back to the host giving the clues, let's go ahead and Sublime, go ahead and give the first one for clue 3.
All right, Seth, I think you can get this in one. I really do.
Please.
Yeah. Golden.
Raspberry.
No. Going to Linian.
Dang.
Evie. No, I'm an idiot. I said words, but you know what? We're gonna go with it.
Yes, you did.
Now I don't know what to think. Golden EV. How about choice specs?
No, and I regret everything.
Yeah. Yes.
Seth, you got it,
Sublime.
right? Seth, you got it?
I think I got it.
Ivy.
Golden bottle cap.
Yes.
No. Okay. I mean,
Well,
yes,
bottle
but
cap
no.
is fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Because you
Couldn't
can't
have
say
been
something
golden
in the
bottle cap,
word.
otherwise we couldn't have said golden.
Oh yeah, you couldn't say
Yeah.
golden bottle cap,
Yes,
but yeah.
bottle cap is just fine. Yes, for 1,300 points. All right, nicely done.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I forgot
It's
mechanics.
All right,
Oh,
going
that's good,
back
that's good.
to the contestants. Bigby, it's your turn to start.
Okay, so what do I want to go with here? I'll go Hoenn.
Boy!
You hoeing us.
What is the name of that? Eon flute.
I like the attempt, but no, that is incorrect. Back to Seth then.
All right, Seth.
Yeah. With that previous hint. Oh goodness.
Just you gotta give you the one-word hint.
Yep.
Is it water? Is it too much water? Is it 7.8?
It's 7 but no. Frozen.
Frozen? You know, I usually don't think of things being frozen when I think of one. I'm torn between a place and a thing, and I know both of those are valid answers. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Those are both nouns. Is it Joel Shell?
No. All right, let's then go back to Bigby. It's your turn to give a hint.
Let's go with flower.
Shaman?
No. Seth.
Form.
Ah.
Great.
Yes. The Gracidia.
Yes, there it is. 4.
That's why he said frozen! Oh!
Linnea, would you like to explain?
Shaman reverts from sky form to land form when it's frozen, put into a box, or when it's night.
Yep. So
I had to do something obscure so that if Hoenn wasn't resolved, by the time it rolled back, I could say shaman.
All right, now just to let you guys know, we're halfway through this round, and going into this game, it was a 3,300 point differential, and at this moment, it's only you guys have made up 2,500 of those points, so you're closing the gap. It's still anyone's game right now. We'll see how the rest of the game plays out.
Eh.
I mean,
All right, I lead this question, right?
You're talking about an 800 point difference. You're talking about literally like one question.
Yeah.
I lead this, right? I lead this, right?
All right, yes, Linian, back to you. You get to lead this one. Yes.
Bigby, believe in me.
I do. Let's do it, man. You and me.
Your hint is completion.
Pokedex.
Yes.
Yes!
Here we go.
For the full 1,500 points, yes, Pokedex is correct.
Wow.
You tee it up, I'll knock him out.
Wow.
All right, this one goes over to should be Seth. Seth, yeah, it's your turn. Go ahead and start round 6.
All right, Sublime. I need you to knock this one out too. Blaine.
Okay. Blaine. There's a lot of ways I could take this. But I'm thinking of things that are unique to Blaine, because you could say any fire gym leader, right? And there's lots of things you could say if it was Cinnabar Island, right? So I'm going with, I want to say quiz.
No. Bigby.
All right, you ready for this, Linian?
Yep.
It's a proper noun, so I think it counts. Soviet badge.
Just ping snag.
Soviet Thatch is fine. I'll allow it.
Oh, so it's a form of Charizard. But Charizard isn't options, so it's got to be... Oh, okay, but there's still two of them. Whimsicott's gonna kill me. She's screaming at her phone. It's very, very funny with the accent. Charizardite X?
No. Back to Seth.
Did they hand it to us?
Item. I don't know. Item.
Huh. Interesting. Charizardite? Why?
No. Back to Big B.
I have like 3 words in my head, or like two word phrases, but that's not going to work. So let's go with status.
What? Status. Burn heal?
That's it.
Ooh wee!
Oh! I'm amazed no one said Anthony on your guys' side.
It is indeed a burn heal. Yes.
You are the man, Linian. Jeez.
Well, because it was status, and we've been talking about burns, like fire. So it's like, okay, but it's an item.
So with that, yes, good job for 1,200 points, and to seal up the game, nicely done, Big B. That one was burn heal, and so with that, congratulations, a clean sweep. You're
welcome.
Team Thunderwave. With a huge assist from Team Sparkle Noodle, has indeed won this game. Nicely done.
Really, if you think about it, we're all winners because we all.
Mostly me and Big B.
We are all winners because we came and we had a really good time playing some Pokemon trivia today. I don't know about you guys, but I had fun.
We did. I had very low expectations for my performance, so I'm happy to come W.
All right, well, congratulations on winning. Thank winning, the Team Thunderwave gets a trip to the Kalos region.
That's actually decent.
My favorite region.
Experience the wonderful sights in Lumia City. Go check out the which one has the sundial? Which one has the sundial?
Yeah, that kind of summarizes that region.
Anastar.
Yeah.
One had the
Anastar sundial. Thank you. Yes. No.
If only we had a second visit to that region, like every other region, so we could know these things better.
If only it was a memorable region.
It is memorable.
Well, that's why we get to go back, man. That's why we get to go back and visit.
Oh man, my heart aches. Like, why is there not a Z version? I would love a Z version.
No, because you deserved Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon instead.
Yes, we do. They're amazing.
No, they're not.
Thank you, Snag. I'm just thinking of ways to make Linian uncomfortable, and it's going great.
You can't. I won. I'm fine. I'm still undefeated.
I'm still gonna make you uncomfortable.
All right.
Oh boy.
Maybe when we switch to the different format, maybe we'll have Linian and Sublime go head to head. That might be fun.
That's fine. I mean, I've won enough times that I have nothing to.
All right. So with that, Big B, congratulations, and in a couple months here, we'll have you in our Tournament of Champions. So congratulations and best of luck to you on that.
Looking forward to it.
Seth, nicely done. Like I said, you did like the majority of the work in the deck set game.
You did. You're the real winner, Seth. Just like, hey.
So you did a good job, but just unfortunately came up a little bit short today. But well played. Thank you for joining us again.
I absolutely loved it. I love this kind of stuff, and I get to scream at my own self in my car this week.
Perfect. Linian, thank you again for hopping in and joining us. So we'll definitely have you on again when we have the opportunity.
Thank you. It's always a lot of fun.
And Sublime, thank you also for joining us again. You put in a lot of legwork with this one also. So,
like I said, you're welcome.
All right, and with that, folks, I'm just going to give you the quick rundown. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Most importantly, join our Discord. That's where you get to come and hang out. This is how I got this all organized, is through the Discord. Come and chat with us there. And if you have a little bit of extra money, send it to our Patreon. We all the money that is given to us, we put right back into the show to make the show awesome and better for you. And you know what, folks? Not to belabor this any longer, that's all I got. It's closing time, and as always, don't forget to get your Don't forget to help control the reject population. Have your dittos spayed and neutered. Good night.
It's closing time in Lavender Town. Time to say our goodbyes. It's closing time. Farewell, my friends. I'll catch you on the flip side.
Hey, quick question for you guys. Did we say anything funny in the last 20 minutes?
When does
Well, yeah,
Pokemon
but I mean, like,
become a
are we gonna
subject
go
in
over the
school?
games? Are we gonna?
We always
no,
go over the
shit.
games.
Dr.
No.
Ivanas, when does Pokemon become a subject in school? Every day I'm trying to convert math into Pokemon, little by little.
Yes, perfect.
It's not that difficult.
I've been...
No, Pokemon is all math.
Actually, as warm-ups, I have been... if I don't have something like related to the previous content, I will make a Pokemon warm-up where they're basically doing rudimentary damage calculations. I remember this. I always forget these things. So, let's see if we can get a clean... Okay, hello bloopers. Let's see if I can get a clean one in here, though.
To find
Represent
out what...
Rhyhorn Rayhouse. We need to do that again. I messed up.
Our glorious lord is gone.
No, I'm here. I'm just figuring out which one I want to use.
What?
Top right. So you're going diagonally across the board, then?
Yep.
Snag.exe is loading. I wonder what the little tutorial tips at the bottom of Game Corner are.
If you're playing, if you're a boy or a girl, I do have tutorial tips. Like, so here's a secret for you folks. If you're down to 3 options of something, you're just as good to guess rather than narrow it down. You're better to guess than to start narrowing it down, actually. Just checking in, folks. Are we good with wrapping it up here? Because it is out of reach at this time.
Thought so. Yeah, we're good.
Team Sparkle Noodle, how are you going to respond?
Top
Where do
right.
Top right. Sounds good to me. Let's
Top right.
YOLO.
Top right. So you're going diagonally across the board, then?
Yep.
All right. So this one here is from Omega Ruby. The water stored inside the tuft on its head is full of nutrients. It waters plants with it using its tail.
Okay, you're gonna have to repeat. There was a lot of very strange descriptors. The water stored inside the tuft on its head.
I have an idea.
Yep.
And it waters what?
It waters plants with it using its tail.
Okay.
Yes, the word "it" is in that sentence 3 times.
It waters plants with its tail.
I have an idea.
What is your idea?
I feel like it's maybe the Simipour family.
Huh.
But I don't know. Which one
That
is
makes sense.
pan-poor, semi-poor? One of the two of them.
Semi-poor. That's the combination of like prefix and suffix we're looking for.
Yeah, I think it's the older one. So I think
That
it's
is
probably
the semi-poor.
Yeah.
That's very clever. Yeah.
I don't know why I feel like it. It has a tuft, it has a tail, it matches, and I feel like I've read that description and hated them more.
I feel like you did as well, and I'm intrigued by it suddenly.
I say we go with semi-poor then.
Yeah,
Sound good?
let's go with semi-poor, so they can get it again when it's pants-poor.
Yeah, right?
Make us do all the work.
All right, Seth, what's your answer?
I heard laughing, so I'm afraid, but semi-poor.
It's not semi-poor.
Okay, but Snag, you can't laugh. You can't laugh.
No, I
because
know,
you
I'm
fucking
sorry,
gave it
I
apart.
know.
You just gave it away.
I know. No, I know, I'm sorry. It's exactly what happened, bro. I'm sorry.
But you just gave it away with the laugh.
No, because I
know.
wasn't, even for the meme, I was just doubling down and just saying, no other hints. It's pan-poor.
I know,
Man, that's
I know.
2 in a row.
I know, okay.
Oh my god!
Alright,
I would not have
let me
taken a
Let me
hint.
think about how to handle this.